All right, so I spoke with the homeowner. He happened to pop up of the neighbor's property, and he green lighted me to come over into their property and try and clear out all the overgrowth. Take a look at this. So that's my fence. This is the area back here where it's really thick that keeps coming over, and then all this stuff is coming under. So, like, this whole area is so bad. And he mentioned that he's dumped stuff back here before, and he's like, be careful. But the issue is, this is my chain link fence that was supposed to be installed, like, butted up against the vinyl. Well, the vinyl against that. But there's huge gaps, and all this stuff is growing in between it. And I don't know how to clean that. And these are the vines that go everywhere. I fucking hate these guys. And now the briar patch starts. And I mean, it's look at this gap. All trees are growing. Briars. Some sort of maybe edible blackberries or something. It's so bad. I don't know how to fix this. But I have the green light to come clean it. And the rental people are not home. It's gonna be a lot of work. I don't want to put chemicals down because of my garden beds. What do I do? Also, I staked all my potatoes today. I keep saying potatoes. They're my tomatoes. I have 27 tomatoes. I only have 2 beefsteaks. I've got like 12-ish of the cherries and 12-ish of the Roma tomatoes. But 27 tomatoes. And I've got almost the same in jalapenos. And then the 50 bell peppers. The yellow, orange, and red. Jen doesn't know what else we have back there yet. She's getting a tour. I've got 5 watermelon. And tomorrow I'm planting some spaghetti squash. Wait, I did tell her that part. Yeah, so she's getting a tour of the garden because she didn't get to see it yesterday. And are you happy about the garden?
Yeah.
You impressed?
Yeah.
All right, I'm gonna go show her. I have done a lot of work. My back hurts so bad today, but I think I'm just more so sore from everything I've done. I don't know. We're gonna go see what's going on back here. All right, so I started way down there at the beginning, and I was trying to weed eat as much as I could. Some of those were too thick to get. But I was trying to get, this side of the fence, everything on the fence, and then what's above it. So what's still above it was too thick for the weed eater to cut, especially this tree or bush or whatever. But we're making progress. And then this was all overgrown. I've gotten in as far as I can with the weed eater. I've hit a fence. But there's a gap here. So I'll be able to go through, but all of this stuff is too thick for the weed eater. So I'm going to have to go get my chainsaw or something and try and get in there. But I also, because I really don't know how much he wants me to do. He was like, yeah, go ahead, do your thing, clear it. But I don't know how much. Also, there's grapes. And is that a thing? Why do we hang grapes? I don't understand. But I don't know how much he wants me to do. So I definitely have to get beyond that fence to clear it. And he did tell me there was a fence. I'm hoping he was truthful about his properties behind that. I also find it interesting, like I mentioned, he said there's things he's dumped back here. I found a couple things. But I cleared all of this stuff. There's lots of wood. I could use that lumber. It's expensive. There's 2 lawnmowers. I stopped here when I found this stump. There's a burn barrel back there. And I was trying to see, the reason I cleared this far down, I wanted to see how far that fence went. I didn't know if it was just like a teeny tiny little area. But in here, I can see that there still is the fence. And then if you see that orange thing, let me see if I can zoom in. It's a shop vac. It's a rigid shop vac. And then further back, I see a wooden privacy fence. So, basically we have a jungle, a fence, a jungle, and a fence that is not being maintained. I don't think I'm going to go further than this point. I really was only trying to get roughly 10 feet was the goal from my side. But then I was squirreled and was looking for another way in and didn't find one. So I think I'm going to take the weed eater back, go lay down for a little bit, and come back with my chainsaw to see if I can make a path. I could get in there as I stand, but I don't know what I'm going to encounter. I have seen several things moving already in here. The environment is literally like a jungle. Like, I hear stuff moving right now, more than just the birds. My biggest concern is snakes. Given the 2 copperheads I have found, this is the perfect environment for varmint and snakes and lions and tigers and bears, oh my. So we're gonna just be careful and see what we can do. I mean, it's so overgrown. If anybody knows how to do this better, let me know, but hopefully by the time you see this, I'm done with it. And so far, I'm not bleeding. I'm impressed. Alright, I'll let you know what happens. Alright, so I ended up coming in with my handy dandy rusty guys. I think this is one that's going to be sideways. Hang on, 1 second. Alright, good news. I'm going to leave that in there, but I figured out how to fix when it's flipped or not. I believe this time it's going to be the correct way, and a second ago it was the wrong way. But anyways, came in with my handy dandy rusty guy, because he and I have had years of battling this stuff, but let me show you what's happening. So, I'm slowly making a hole, and it's so hard because of all these vines. And let me show you what I have been dealing with the entire time I've lived here. So down here, looks like I've just cut a bunch of stuff, right? This is attached. So this is some kind of wisteria vine. It's coming from who knows where back there. And it grows and grows and grows and grows and grows. As you can see, it's grown through this fence, and it is likely underneath my other fence. And I have traced these things through my yard up to about 50 feet, like literally spanning my entire yard. So I'm going to go ahead and snip them here, and I'm going to snip them there, and then at another point in time I'm going to try and get in between the fence and get all of that, or maybe I can pull them out from the other side of the fence if I can locate them. But I haven't made it very far through here because as I cut little branches off that tree that I've hacked down many, many times, there's just so much vine, and trying to pull it out is problematic. So I snip one piece, I pull it, it's caught on like 6 vines. I got to find the vines, cut the vines, and I'm just slowly stacking it up over here. I did send a text to the neighbor and let him know. The landlord was supposed to let him know that I'd be coming over here, but I didn't want him to get home from work and see me in the backyard, so I went ahead and let him know. I'm running out of steam, so I'm not really sure how much further I'm going to get, but this is where we're at. I definitely have to get my entire fence line as much as I can. I will end up coming back with a chainsaw. This thing is dead. I'm going to take it out. I should be able to hack that guy out of there. And I don't really know what else because, again, I haven't made it past this point yet. I am glad, though, that there is a gap, and it is just wide enough for me to get through. I was able to clip most of the briar so that it stopped stabbing me. But yeah, this is where we are at currently. I'm going to clip these guys, and because I almost busted my ass on one of them. I was coming out, and it got right up underneath my boot. And that's been an issue in the backyard, having these runners, is that the little spots that are rooted, when you catch it, it's a trip hazard. I can't tell you how many times I've almost fallen. My nieces have almost fallen. Like, this stuff, it's just got to stop, man. People maintain your properties or pay somebody to do it. This man, the homeowner, owns at least 3 rentals outright. He's got 21 cars. Oh, great. Now there's bees. And not the good kinds. Well, shit. Go away, guy. I don't want to get stung, y'all. But anyways, the point that I was trying to make is this man has money. You can pay somebody to come back here and do this. Like, come on, guy. Maintain your shit. Because I could report this as a vegetation nuisance. I think if after this clearing it happens again, I'll have to. But I'm hoping, again, I don't know how far I'm going, but I'm hoping that with me getting back here this time and actually having access from this side of the fence, that I can negate this problem. But, I mean, there's no way I'm getting all that. I don't know. We'll see what happens. This is exciting, at least. I'm excited. I like doing this kind of stuff, and I'm really glad that my back feels relatively okay. I mean, it's hurting today, but I think I overdid it yesterday. So, we'll see what happens. Alright, I've made it in. That is the edge of the property line back there. I want to know what the orange cord is. There's a huge dead tree here. I'm lucky it didn't hit my fence, but it looks like it's been dead a while. I'm really curious. Where is it? Oh, I might have accidentally pulled it out. There was some yellow, there's a piece of it. I think I drug some out with the big branch I just had. But yellow caution tape. Is this from construction? Or is this from we murdered our spouse? I don't know. But I think I've pretty much hit as far as I can with these handy dandy guys. I think I'm going to throw an extension cord over and come back in with the Sawzall. Because I don't have a real chainsaw. The only thing I have is like an extension one that's battery powered. And I just don't know. But my Sawzall is my handy dandy little guy, and I love him, and we can do all kinds of stuff. And I want to know what that orange cord is. But yeah, I'm going to try and hack this stuff down. And probably call it a day. It's a little better. It's not great, but we're getting there. Bit by bit. Why is there a pan? What is that? An aluminum pan of some sort. How did that even get there? We put this vinyl fence up a year and a half ago, maybe? And again, that's my chain link. And this has been so overgrown. How do you just get a pan there? Things are weird. I hope my extension cord reaches. This is my brush pile. Yeah, fun stuff. Look at that. From my side of the fence, it's already looking a lot better. You can still tell it's very overgrown, but she's getting there. So I'm going to find my Sawzall, see if my extension cord reaches. I probably do that first. And go back over and see what we can do. Alright, here we go. This is the end of day one. This is as far as I got. So that's where I hit the briars again, is back in the corner. Most of this is the big viney guys. I got massive root systems from them cut. I got that guy cut down. My little Harbor Freight that needs a new blade is not going to get through that. I cut the piece here that was in my way. I didn't want to bother trying to cut through that. But let's see, my extension cord did reach. I'm going to try and get out of here. We're also potentially about to have a storm. So I have 2 brush piles, one inside the fence, one outside the fence currently. But that branch is bothering me because it's hurting the path. But look at that, y'all. Like, there's no excuse as to why somebody couldn't come back in here and do this. That's going to be it for today. I never heard back from the neighbor, so hopefully he's not too mad that I'm leaving that. I think I did pretty good in a little bit of time. What do y'all think? Let me know. Alright, I'm gonna be honest with you. Yesterday kicked my ass. I kept pushing myself a little bit further and a little bit further because I had a goal and I was trying to clear all the way to the back as far as I could go, just a couple feet out. I regretted that decision a little bit. My back was tore up. We ended up doing ice, heat, the TENS unit, took all my meds, all the things, which I think the meds, I don't notice a difference, but he doubled my dose on the 2 medications he's got me on. So is it injection? Is it meds? Is it both? I don't know. But crap, I forgot to take it this morning. As I was just about to say, I haven't skipped a dose yet. I'm gonna have to go back inside and take my meds. Today's gonna be an easier day. I don't think I can go hard 3 days in a row. But I still have a lot of work to do because, you know, work never stops. I have a mountain of cardboard here that I got from somebody for free that's going to go down and be weed suppression for the garden bed that's going to be next year. Because, again, I plan on trying to move the mound over beside the house and garden there. But honestly, I kind of like doing the mound. I haven't seen how it produces yet, but my plants, I'll give you a garden tour later because it's changed a lot. My pepper plants are looking pretty good. We did have a little afternoon storm yesterday, and they doing all right, okay? Like, I felt like they were these teeny tiny little guys when I put them in, and now, like, okay, like, we're seeing some growth here. So, one thing, I broke that putting a pallet in here. Squirrel. One thing that Jen introduced me to, since I've known her and her cooking is significantly different than what I grew up on, is something called spaghetti squash. If you've never had it, y'all need to fucking get one and make you some damn pasta with it. And so in my Amazon order today, I have seeds coming. And I am so excited. This is another thing that I have never grown. But thanks to her, I like it. Spaghetti squash, if you don't know what it is, it's a squash, but Jen will have to tell you exactly how she does it. All I know is you cut it open, you do something to it, and you put it in the oven and bake it, and then you, like, scrape out the insides. What are those insides? Essentially fucking pasta noodles. Angel hair pasta noodles, except for it's a vegetable. Like, this bitch is getting me to eat all kinds of vegetables. She even got me to eat broccoli one time. She had cooked it in a stir fry and I couldn't taste it. I hate broccoli. I don't even like the smell of broccoli. But, like, thanks to her, I'm eating spaghetti squash, something I didn't know existed. That one time I ate broccoli. We eat asparagus and Brussels sprouts all the time. We eat cabbage, and I'm just like, what? Because, like, I grew up on canned food, okay? But I'm super duper excited. I needed to go to Tractor Supply to get the girls, the chickens. There's a lady walking her dog. Watch her walk down here. Some more feed. They had sales. Y'all look at this. I show you what I got. Jen doesn't even know yet. These may or may not be for this year. I need to double check when it's still acceptable to start the seeds. But these were on sale. And the best part, if I remember correctly, is these are perennials. So it makes no sense that annuals don't come back every year, but I guess it means annual, like 1 year. I don't know. But that's going to be cool because some of the wildflowers we put out last year in our little chaos garden thing, actually I should say a lot came back, but only one, like, species came back. But Jen really likes flowers. I like buying her flowers, but I also like not spending money. So what she doesn't know is if they come up, I already have some plants in there for cutting. So these may potentially be for next year because I'm Y'all, I'm running out of space, okay? Like, we going overboard here. These may be for next year, but I want her to be able to go out in the yard with a pair of scissors and make her own bouquet. So that's the goal. So I got these guys. They were on sale, Tractor Supply. And I didn't plant near enough onions, and it's a tad bit late, but we gonna do it anyways. I got a lot of work to do. I have 80 sets of yellow onions. I have 80 sets of white onions. Y'all math that. That's 160 little holes that I have to dig. Fortunately, these don't take up much space, and I'm confident that between the front beds and the mound, I will be able to find that many holes. And again, all of this was on sale. I got pumpkins. I don't know where I'm going to put those, because the spaghetti squash is going to take up a lot of space. And it's time to plant those, so I'm not sure on that. I got 2 kinds of green beans that I need to get in the ground today. And they're so big. I'm excited for that. I've never done green beans. I've never done Brussels sprouts. I'm going to have to hold out a little bit before I get these in the ground. And then the dogs love carrots. I've missed the season this year. But in the fall I can plant these again. So I went ahead and got those, because that's the dog treat every night, is they get a carrot. It was a Ranger thing, and then Darla saw Ranger doing it, and she learned how to eat a carrot, and now Maggie eats carrots, and it's kind of like a rite of passage. But when you have 3 dogs in the house, we go through those things like crazy. Like, I need to turn this entire yard into a carrot field. Because if they're small carrots, then... Sorry, I'm going to get my finger out of that. One day I'll get better at this. I don't know what to tell you. I didn't bring my little selfie stick guy. But 3 dogs, if they're small carrots, that's 3 carrots a day. If they're the large ones, well, then we can cut them in half. But that's still a carrot and a half a day. You multiply that by 7 days, I need a carrot farm. But anyways, so today there's a slight chance of rain. I don't know if we're going to get it. I'm going to try and get this cardboard out to cover the rest of that area. I want to plant the green beans. The spaghetti squash, I don't know when it's coming. I'm only going to plant 2 plants. If time in my back is decent, I need to build trellises for the cucumbers, and then if I get the beans in the ground, they'll need a trellis, or I can wrap them up the chain link fence, but I'd rather do a trellis. And yeah, that's me taking it easy. I don't know. I have a lot more stuff to do, but this is going to be the lightweight stuff, so we'll see what happens. Just in case anyone was wondering, this is what $200 worth of Lowe's moving boxes looks like. I was hoping to have enough to cover that and potentially extend out here. But this is where that mound is going to go. And I am very satisfied with this. That one load got me enough. I don't know how they would feel if they knew this is what I was using it for, but they didn't ask. They posted them for free. They were very appreciative of me taking them, said I was helping them out a lot. And then the husband did let me know. He's like, that's $200 worth of boxes. I was like, I know, those things are crazy expensive. And I didn't say shit. But now I got to wet these down, but I'm going to check the weather to see if it's going to rain. Because obviously I would rather use free water than paid for water. Where it's kind of high right there. I really need to get in with the Sawzall and hack down. There used to be like some kind of tree or something growing there, so there's a root there. Obviously back there I couldn't get it all the way. There's some crap. And then right here too, that's what the weed eater couldn't get previously. And then I don't know where this canna lily came from, because prior to me getting the free ones, I've never had that brand in the yard before. It was always the green ones. So I'm probably going to have to dig him up and transplant him, because that is just not a good location. And this guy, there's a stump back here. I just keep cutting him down, and I'm going to have to get it down again, and then I guess put something on the stump, and then the freaking briars from the other side of the fence, and more briars from the other side of the fence. But I'm very pleased with that. Now, this is where the spaghetti squash is going to go. So I'm going to have to try and dig through the freaking cardboard to make 2 little holes. But I'll put one down there and one up here. And then I got to figure out a way to keep Maggie out of here. I'm out of pallets. Haven't been able to go get any. And I don't think my back can do it today, because that just took me out a little bit. Look at these potatoes. They're doing so good. And since they're flowering, I can go ahead and harvest some little teeny tiny baby guys, and hopefully not disturb it too much that I don't kill the plant. But I'll probably leave it. Sunflower, sunflowers. Big tall thing is a weed. This Leaning Tower of Pisa is a very large sunflower. Jen's super excited about that when I told her about it. Sunflower. This was a load of wood I took off my brother to help him out, and I was like, yeah, I'm gonna do raised planters, so like I can put the wood in the bottom, and all of those, I mean, it's not a lot of raised beds, but they do have wood down there. I'm hoping that that's gonna be large enough that I can get rid of the majority of this, or maybe we'll have bonfires this fall, winter, who knows. I am so happy, y'all, because I have been trying to get boxes, and like, I've been going to places that say they have them, and then there's like trash boxes, or there's no boxes, and we haven't been ordering a lot of stuff online, and so we haven't been getting boxes. But even still, that would have taken forever to cover. I still need to cover the bare ground in the back corner where the mound is, to try and keep the weeds down. But this was my goal for today, so that I can go ahead and start getting that prepped. And then when time and supplies allow, the plan is going to be, I'm going to have a walkway along the edges. I was thinking mulch. Jen wants rocks. So we'll just see what we can come up with, because I'm trying to go free. With the exception of like nails and screws, I'm trying to go free. But some kind of walkway, and yes, rocks do pop up sometimes, and there's actually free the pebble rocks right now, but I don't have really a good way to get them here, nor do I have the exact spot set out for them, and it's nowhere near enough. It looked like a wheelbarrow load and a 5-gallon bucket or something. But anyways, I'm debating on the height, because I've learned that in-ground gardening kills my back over an extended period of time. Just, I guess, hands and knees leaning, not good. So I need to do raised beds, because tending to the ones back here, very, very easy. Even the mound, I didn't have issues on the mound because I was going up and not like out, I guess. I don't know. But initially I was thinking 2 foot, but with my back, I'm thinking hopefully 4. I want to do 4 foot, and it cover almost this entire thing. Probably leave 1.5 foot, maybe 2 feet walkway. And then same thing on the side and the back. So that's going to be a massive bed. Like, I'm going to be able to put, like, hella shit in that, okay? But get that done, get the logs in it, and then move the mound on top of it. And then I think I'll have to supplement with, depending on the height, very little soil and manure. But at that point, my compost will be ready. Y'all, like, we just out here doing the things, okay? I am super stoked. Jen's getting on board. She's very apprehensive with all my little ideas and things, but I think in time she's going to realize that all of my systems kind of like work together. And my friend came over, and because I was nervous about the ladder, but I had it like freaking on the gutter. My friend came over and we got that attached. And so my gutter is good. So now I'm going to have to cut it and hook up my rain barrel, which I already have. I just got to build a stand for. And then I'm going to be able to water everything over there with free water, which is turning out to be like one of my favorite things. And I never expected that. But anyways, all these systems kind of work together, and I think that in time she's going to realize that. So now I did plant in abundance, but I was wanting to learn how to can and stuff anyways. Now we're not going to have a choice. But I have an abundance of some of these fruits and veggies, and so we're going to learn how to can and pickle, which she knows how to pickle, but we're going to learn a lot of stuff there. I'm going to potentially do, because we can't really do a root cellar, so I'm going to potentially get either another pickle barrel or a 55-gallon drum or something, and try and dig it and bury it into the ground for like a makeshift root cellar, because I'm gonna have to store those potatoes. These are the little potatoes, and I don't know what we're gonna do, and like we're gonna need a way to store stuff for longer term, because I'm gonna have 160 onions potentially, and then all those potatoes, which those two things you cannot store together, by the way. And we don't have an area anywhere on this property that stays 50 degrees. Well, I mean, I guess our fridge, I hope. But we don't have a good storage spot for those. I mean, we had the attic assessed the other day, and it wasn't even a hot day, and it was 130 plus degrees in there. So, like, that don't work. And then with rodents, probably, and snakes and shit in the crawl space, and I'm not doing that. Like, that would kill my back getting in and out of there. So we gotta just think outside the box and pretend we're Taco Bell for a while and figure this shit out. But the gutters and the rain barrels that are just like, what's that for? She's already figured that out. She understands that, especially since, we're not hauling the hose or buckets down to the chickens every day. We just gotta go in there and clean the little cups out because they are messy motherfuckers. And then, the garden isn't saving us anything right now. And yes, it is a lot of work, because that's what you keep saying. But, like, I got it, boo. I got it. Especially since that injection, I was feeling pretty good. Not anymore. But my hips still are okay. They're not where they were. But yesterday I was feeling a lot in my left hip. And I'm like, well, shit. I probably overdid it. I don't know. I want to grow mushrooms. Jen doesn't know this yet because she's sleeping. But as of yesterday, I started looking into how I can do that, because we've briefly discussed it before. But, like, it scares us because I don't want to eat a mushroom and die. So I started researching it and learning about it, and it actually doesn't look as difficult if you get your stuff from a reputable source. It doesn't look as difficult as I expected. And I think it'd be a cool science experiment. I think Jen's getting really tired of my science experiments, especially since we still have beetles inside. But you know what? Like, this is what it is. I apparently like math and science, and so she likes mushrooms. I feel like they go hand in hand. We'll see what she says later, because like if you've never done mushrooms before, just so you know, you need to get one of the little mushroom boxes. They're like $20 where you just spray it and then they grow. And you get 2 uses out of it. You can do the other side, whatever. So, like, that's what I'm going to start with. If is Jen approved. And I just think it'd be really cool. Plus, if y'all don't want to do it, then you can just watch me do it. So that means that if y'all have any questions and or you just want to support me in learning how to grow mushrooms, I really need you to go into the comments and say, try the mushrooms, I want to know how it works. Because then we would outnumber Jen and we could do this. I probably have $20 that I can spend on some mushrooms, okay? Because she spends $20 on mushrooms, probably more than that a month. Because we eat the mushies. So yeah, that's what I'm thinking about. And then I have 2 other things that I'm mentally working on that I think will be Jen approved. And that is, she loves salad. And my lettuce that I have is going to bolt. So I've been trying to figure out, alright, how can I get her more lettuce so that she can make salads and do all the things? And how could I turn that into a year-round salad bar? Well, my new best friend, ChatGPT, and I were talking about it this morning. And if you don't like AI, I understand, but like, this has been helping a lot. So I'm using it. But he and I were discussing all of that this morning, and so I have a solid plan locked down to hopefully give her a year round salad bar. And then the biggest disappointment for Jen in the garden so far, I believe, has been our strawberries. And so we did get a couple more this year. We put it in like the little 3-tier planter thingy. But I was sitting here and I was thinking, and I have a better solution. So I'm gonna I'm gonna try and get that solidified, and build her a little something for that. I need to get trellises built for the cucumbers, but it looks like it could rain. The ground is really wet and my back is throbbing. So, and I need to go take my meds. So I don't know. I think today's gonna be a pretty well. Shit, I need to plant stuff, don't I? I have 160 onions to plant. I don't necessarily have to get the beans in the ground, but I would prefer to, but I'm probably not going to. And I don't have the spaghetti squash yet, but I do have 160 onion plants that I need to go plant. The good news is on the mound, that soil is really soft. So, like, I likely would not even need any kind of shovel except for to have one nearby in case there's a copperhead. Okay, so I have one more thing to do before I go inside and rest. And then, yeah, I think today's going to be a chill day. So maybe in my next video, I'll give you guys a garden update once I get some stuff done. Because I don't think I have it in me today. And that really sucks because it's 9:45. But I do have somebody that has more moving boxes, and I might go pick those up. So it might just, I mean, I've got a lot of errands to run. So it might just be stuff like that today. Just try to check things off the list and not necessarily be productive around the house. I think that's the plan. I think I have it now. So, again, if y'all want to see my mushroom journey, please, please, please comment so that Jen will be like, okay, honey, I guess we can do it. Even if she's like, that means the beetles have to go outside. I probably shouldn't have just said that. But, you know, if that's what it takes, like, let's try some mushies. But thank you guys for following. Always be a good person, do good deeds. You don't have to publicize your good deeds. You know, I think those are the best kinds, the ones you keep private. But anyways, keep your days bent, not broken.